CurryGovernor versus OwlBBs on the loser side. Here we go. Obviously, Curry with that Chrom and Owl with the tried and tested Sora.
Going to be very interesting, especially if we've got a couple Sora stat fans in the chat. Let's see if OwlBBs can break that curse as a dirty 30 is thrown onto Chrom there immediately with a couple of fantastic nair loops. But Smart looks like Curry has retaliated flawlessly.
Absolutely, and this match is just going to be fully just advantage-based. You saw it right at the gate, Owl just being able to get a good bit of damage going, just a small little combo. As a lot of sword hits do just lead to each other. Like here, you just see him, there's small little touches just leading to more and more hits, packing on damage. Meanwhile, you've got Curry's Chrom, which is a very, very fast, aggressive character that is absolutely, as soon as he's in, he's going to be making it known.
And speed, hard-hitting power, those are the main enemies of the floaty character. This Sora could really start to suffer, but it looks like OwlBBs is bringing the pain with first blood.
Yeah, that is going to be such a pivotal part of the matchup here. That counter, any counter on Chrom's recovery is bad news for the blue-haired swordsman. But CurryGovernor even it right back up, only 16% on him right now, keeping it nice and close.
And what you would think is a really nice kind of dividends in this matchup, Sora, they've got these projectiles, these mix-ups. Unfortunately, it doesn't help that much against Chrom because they have such long wind-ups, so situational, so committal, that he can just cover that distance and just smack you with that hilt if you drop your guard for a second there. As he tries to fight his way back onto the platform, looks like a drag down is not going to lead into a forward smash though, as we reset for the counter.
Okay. Curry trying to get something going here, keeping the Sora off stage, but Owl able to make it back here. He's swinging for the kill. We got Curry at triple digits now, looking for that final hit, but Curry playing a little bit slower here, just waiting for his moment. Chrom is definitely one of those characters that is fully momentum-based, but that counter is just going to be putting a stop to him.
And there was a very important moment back there, something you need to focus on. OwlBBs went for a falling nair. Shielded by CurryGovernor, he then went for the second hit. You can mix that up by judging how many times you're going to be hit. So now, next time, if Curry decides to shield, he might eat a different punish. He needs to be on his toes, because if he allows OwlBB to run away with it, he is really going to suffer now, as OwlBB is trying to push his lead, but he is sent far off onto the stage. CurryGovernor trying to threaten an attack, but the Sora mix-ups are just too crazy.
Curry definitely on the hunt here, but you can see that Owl is just kind of maneuvering as well. And of course, this is Sora's entire thing. He has so much mobility, both in the air, on the ground. He can go anywhere he really wants to, and Owl knows that, so he's just keeping his guard up. He's just shielding, waiting for his moment, but Curry put a stop to that. A strong hit going to take away Owl's stock. Only 3%. We are keeping things very, very close in this game one.
Amen. And I really like what Owl went for there. They went for a drop-down B-reverse Thundaga, just to show how many tricks this fella can pull out with this Sora, as they're really putting Curry through their paces. This offstage Sora is such a menace, but he threatens the counter, and alas, he's too far deep in CurryGovernor's head, falls to his death.
Owl taking game one there, and the entire time, what we were just seeing was Owl just keeping Curry completely off stage. That was the most kind of scary moments for Curry, that as soon as Owl was able to take him off stage, you saw him launch every spell in Sora's arsenal there. He was keeping it there with his forward airs, down, everything to make sure that Curry was not able to come back. And then right at the end there, you saw exactly why that was so important. Curry not having a job, not able to get the hype back. Owl taking the game away.
That's why I find this matchup so interesting, because these characters really are polarizing despite having very similar traits. I know that sounds crazy, all right? Sora versus Chrom, but, both swordsmen, both characters who can get a lot off of one hit, but Sora with the floatiness forcing off stage, Chrom with that offstage weakness. Meanwhile, Sora's lightness, meaning that he can suffer at just the whim of a tick of a blade, means that Curry is never down and out.
And he literally blinked, and Owl was able to take Curry to about 50%, and the combo really hasn't stopped since then. Curry's only been able to get a few hits in. When we say how much this is momentum-based, we absolutely mean it. Every hit will matter for both players here. And right now, you can see that both players are just trying to find that moment where they can get their strikes in. Right now, Owl dictating the pace, though. Getting the up smash, sending Curry into the skies and taking us the stock away.
And that is rough. Fair enough, OwlBBs needs to land many, many more consistent hits to rack up the same damage Curry could do to him. But still, he was at 50 when he took that stock. That is a smack and a half from a blade.
And you can see
goes to show how
already
incredibly he is playing with this spacing as he managed to get the freeze, sends him off, sends him out. A little bit far away, Fyra gonna keep him down, but that ain't no Joker gun, baby!
Yeah, you gotta be careful, Al, because that up B will just send you straight down into the abyss. Finally, Curry able to even up the stocks, but the percentage definitely not even right now. But
Fantastic grab as well, doesn't even get the impact land, as Curry has really been able to turn this around. Another B reverse, but he's sent so far down, the pineapple doesn't even matter, but Curry's serving up a pina colada.
Oh my god, that forward smash just swinging the momentum in Curry's favor now. This is looking like a completely different game. Suddenly, Owl, who was just in advantage the entire game, has suddenly got a hunt for this kill just to even things back up.
I mentioned it before, but it just seems so obvious. You can never count CurryGovernor out as he attempts to bring a little bit more spice. Rising counter, not going to quite be able to get them back safely, but a Sonic Blade is what they need. Didn't go for a follow-up, though.
Okay, Curry just slowing down a little bit more. You can see him kind of dashing away from Owl. He wants to find these just small little hits. He knows he doesn't need to risk anything. He's actually got, you know, a fair bit of a lead here. He's got a bit of a kind of advantage. But Owl certainly going to be on the hunt.
Yeah, fantastic jump read there. It is these battles that take place in the last 20% of the stage that really determine so much momentum. It doesn't matter what percentage you're at. It matters where your pieces are lined up on the board. And this is an absolute chess game between these two players as an up air string comes out, sends him up. There's nothing to quite finish the job as the tech roll in place was very dangerous. Is covered though.
And I feel like what you're saying about this being such a chess game is so true because as we are seeing, you know, kind of piece by piece, is Owl just finding these little hits, and that gap between them could suddenly close if Owl is able to find the hits he needs.
Oh, got that right. And what can you say? You can be the greatest chess player, an absolute machine, a god at the sport. But if CurryGovernor's eating the pieces, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. As the dash attack does come through, sends him up. There is no tech onto the platform. That can be punished now as a fall down, fall up, fall forward. But the smash doesn't come through. Quite heavy read there. But once again, we get another loop, another loop. Breakfast cereal served right up as we're back to the same situation once again.
Owl is really looking for this kill here, but Curry just keeping that distance, keeping a respectable, safe distance from them. Meanwhile, Owl just swinging away at that shield, trying to find his final hit. Both players know how scary this position is. They're in a last hit situation. The final coming out. Curry able to air dodge through it. Ooh. Safety, but he has still got to find this final hit almost.
Got that right. Could be either, could be any, but it's Curry with the kill power. Sends him up, sends him out. Can he make it back to stage? That is the question. There's the drag down reversal.
And just like that, you are gone.
Parry this, you casual.
Curry even, he's just a player now. He's just a character. Curry evening up. 1-1 between these two. And we're running back to Pokemon Stadium 2 for Game 3.
We've seen this position before. Do we stick with the Sora? Or do we switch onto the Banjo? For those of you who don't know, OwlBBs has a fantastic roster of characters, but it looks like they're not down and out yet. Definitely not the fault of the character they lost that one. Just a slight misexecution, so to speak.
I think we've seen in both games as well that our Sora can definitely handle this Chrom. And, you know, obviously taking that first game, and then that second game, that easily could have swung into Owl's favor. And the way that he is playing this character as well right now, he's definitely warmed up, he's ready. And of course, we do actually need to talk about Curry's Chrom, because this is also a new character for him.
Absolutely.
Normally going the cloud, but this Chrom has been making an appearance recently and absolutely doing bits.
Absolutely dominating where it has been prevalent. A character that's so young in a player's toolkit, and it's fantastic. And you can ask anyone from the NE, they will tell you a tale of being folded by this early Chrom. A character that a lot of people say just synergize really well with Curry's personality, and you can see why. Just so aggressive, so fantastic, but also so intelligent with a lot of these catches, a lot of these plays as he's able to fall out of the nuke. It's 117, no halo on our buddy Curry right now as Owl looks to recover.
Okay, the falling up air, but you got to be careful. The spinning Beyblade coming towards you as the Owl just drops from the sky.
Once again, we're stuck at this stage. Thundaga looks like he just wants the Blizzard. Trying to counter as well. He's got to be aware of this spike now. You can tell he's a little bit apprehensive. Thundaga back once again, but there's not a whole lot you can do. Smash 4, baby double shield in the middle of the stage. As another falling down air comes down, but there's the grab, sends him down. Can we see any kind of a string? No, playing nice and slow.
Okay, again, both players recognizing the situation they're in. They're knowing that one big hit here will definitely take away, just like that back air, which is going to take away Owl's first stock. Curry now looking to try and get as much going as he can. The upbeat coming out. Strong outer shield option as always. Finally, and again, just now using the absolute speed that Chrom has to rack on so much damage. Triple digits and a forward smash as well. You are gone. You are out of here.
Insane conversion. The down air into smash. That was fantastic. No jab required. He's just making combos on the fly as finally OwlBBs is able to reply.
And again, what we talked about, with the fact that this is a new character, despite that, Curry is really just showing how fluid he is with this character, as if he'd been maining them his entire life. And it's absolutely showing in this game. It's just, complete mastery now. Got a strong lead against Owl here, who is looking to try and even things up. But this momentum is all in Curry's favor right now.
Really not looking pretty whatsoever. A couple of cross-ups. There's the jab. There's the Nair trying to read a roll, but he doesn't quite need it as a couple of nukes come through. Up, down. Keep those eyes like a clock as the roll comes through, but it's not quite a tech in place for you there, CurryGovernor. Still, doesn't quite need to push his advantage just yet. It is 2 stocks to 1, and your opponent is mighty floaty. Can you smell the Sora stats in the water? As the forward smash comes out, sends him out, going deep this time, but you could have eaten.
That was a scary position to be in, but fortunately, Owl still hanging on and keeping this Chrom off stage, but able to a good roll in, going to keep them on stage a bit more, and now Curry just going to hang, just wait a little bit, see what Owl does before landing that jab. Not actually taking the stock just yet. Owl able to hang on a little bit longer.
Stale. There is surely no way Owl can come back, but you can never count them out. It's all a matter of execution. As 1-3-3, a little bit of rage on that Sora. Let's truly find out if his friends are his power. As Chrom does look to even this out. It's just a back air. It's just a Nair. That could have almost done it, but the Keyblade smacks him right in the mouth.
Yeah, finally. And in the end, it was inevitable. That forward tilt coming out. And Curry going 2-1 up in this set. And again, that was probably the most dominant game we've seen. Curry definitely showing showing himself in a new gear here. He's definitely just woken up and revving to go.
And what I really want to touch on is game plans. Yes. So you see OwlBB swapping to Banjo right now. That makes sense. The reason OwlBB was sort of losing a lot of these trades is because those 2 spikes in the first game. CurryGovernor really just terrified him with a lot of those spikes, and so he became a bit scared to go off stage, a bit apprehensive. The counters weren't working anymore. He's not going to get hit with the Thundaga, and so you can't really ledge trap him that confidently. And if you can't go off stage and force a stubby recovery like Chrom's to suffer, you're really giving up a lot of the strengths of your character, and that is where CurryGovernor found their way back in. Now tell me, Smar, can this Banjo be what they need? Is this the missing puzzle piece, so to speak?
And it's absolutely the time to bring in a Banjo, because as you say, in that game 3, it definitely seemed like Curry was working out the Sora. That game 1 was a little bit more Owl's favor, but certainly game 2, game 3, Curry was showing like, okay, I think I know what I need to do here. So finally, Owl switching into that Banjo. But as we see, Nutmos, 1 stock is already gone.
Amen to that. Looks like Curry still carrying on that explosive maneuver. He does not discriminate. Doesn't matter who you're playing. He's going to take you down none the same. Still, if Owl can find a way back in, they can potentially turn this around, but CurryGovernor definitely not making it easy for them. There is no grab. Forward, they're not going to connect either. Another forward throw to send them off. I love the fast fall from Curry there to try catch a panic air dodge, but it's not quite enough. We're just going to reset. Ever get that feeling of deja vu, Smar?
We're just keeping this bear and this bird off stage in disadvantage. Curry is not slowing down in the slightest. The up air coming out as well. More up tilts. We are just sending them straight up into the skies. You're out of here.
Just juggling. Bears do be flying. And CurryGovernor, he's just making it look like a chore at this point. He's just getting it over and done with. But he's no pretender, folks, because OwlBB trying to find a recovery with the forward air, but it's still not quite strong enough now. And these kill options are really limited now. Not a whole lot he can do. He can try and find a tilt at the side of the stage, but if he gets to the side of the stage, he could really risk being jab F smashed as he's finally taken out.
Okay, finally the back air landing, and Owl able to take a stock way, going quite deep off stage, and
That's it. Yeah, hate to see it. It's frustrating, it's flustering, but alas, that's just an example of how tough the pressure is here. The electrifying atmosphere from the NE crowd, as well as the last-minute character switch. It's a lot to take on. It's a lot to comprehend.
It really is, and it's you always hate to see a set end like that, but definitely, I think the problem is as well, while we were, praising Al for switching the Banjo game 4, it was definitely the smart choice. But when you haven't warmed up a character